Philip and Jane relationship has been going on smoothly until recently when Jane complained about Philip's attitude. Philip is from a rich family, controls his father's empire and businesses, and because of that, he has a very nasty attitude towards workers. Philip has a very bad and hot temper. This always leads him into a lot of problems, especially destroying properties and beating up people. And he always gets arrested. His father always comes to his rescue. Jane has complained severally for him to change towards his domestic staff, but Philip has refused to listen because he knows that his father will always save him, or his money will always save him. Jane has stopped complaining. Then Amaka, on the other hand, who is a known gossip. Amaka helps her mother to sell foodstuff on the streets of their community. Any discussion going on at the bar, Amaka will immediately go and tell another person. This incident has been causing a lot of chaos at the bar. The mother called Amaka one day and sat her down and asked her, "Amaka, when will you get married? Amaka, when will you stop gossiping?" Amaka could not answer any of the questions. All she said was that when the time comes, she would definitely get married. But for now, she is here to stay in the house and help her at the bar. Mama Amaka called her and told her to stop gossiping because her attitude is driving away all her customers. Amaka said God will provide. One day, some of the customers at the bar were talking about their boss and how condescending he is. Immediately, they also talked about how their boss is sleeping around and have multiple sexual partners. Immediately, Amaka went on to tell the first lady of the gossip. Amaka met Jane and told her about the fact that her boyfriend has multiple sexual partners and that there are rumors of him having HIV/AIDS. Amaka went on to tell Jane that she needs to go to the hospital for a checkup. Jane could not believe this information from a stranger, and she immediately went and confronted Philip on this issue. Philip was confused initially until he realized that Jane was serious about the accusation. Philip immediately told Jane that the information she got are false and that she is the only one he is dating. Jane did not believe him and asked Philip to follow him to the hospital for a checkup. Philip refused to go with Jane. The two of them decided to fight it out until Jane got tired and packed her things out of Philip's house. Philip tried to stop her and alerted her that the information she got are just mere gossip and nothing of such is happening in his life aside the fact that he is very loyal to her. Again, Jane did not believe him. He moved out and immediately went to the bar to confront Amaka. Philip and Amaka got into an intensive fight where Mama Amaka tried to stop them from fighting. Unfortunately, Philip tried to drive his car out of the streets and his car knocked Amaka down. He immediately drove Amaka to the hospital for her care. The doctor told them that Amaka is confined in a wheelchair. She cannot walk again. Mama Amaka told Philip that since Philip put her daughter in this condition, he has to marry Amaka by force. Philip refused to take that offer, but unfortunately for him, Mama Amaka has called his father to tell him about what his son has done to her daughter. So, Philip's dad called him to tell him he has no choice but to marry Amaka. Weeks later, Amaka and Philip got married. Amaka is now living with Philip. Amaka and Philip started fighting every day until one day, Philip told himself that he is tired of this fight with this lady, so he's going to tone it down and go for a therapy. He came back one day and spoke to Amaka smoothly. Amaka was shocked to see how kind and very cold Philip was. Amaka immediately thought it was a prank or Philip was acting towards her. Philip went on to be very kind to his workers and also domestic staff. His driver became very shocked at his boss' behavior and was happy for him. Also praised him very well when Philip gave him an amount of money to cater for his family. Philip also apologizes to the driver for slapping him and also maltreating him all over these years. Weeks later, Amaka also decided to tone it down with her arguments and fight with Philip because Philip was not responding to all her fights anymore. Philip and Amaka decided to be friendly with each other in the house. Days later, Jane came to the house to apologize to Philip and saw Amaka in the house. She became very angry and tried to push Amaka out of the house, but Philip stopped her and asked her to leave his house. Jane was confused as to how Amaka is now in Philip's house. Mama Amaka visited her daughter in the house and she was forcing Amaka to make sure that she gets pregnant for Philip because this is their ticket out of poverty. Amaka told her mother that Philip is a good guy and if he loves her, they will do the right thing. Well, Mama Amaka reminded her that she should know that this marriage was just based on the fact that she was confined in a wheelchair, so a child between them will bind them together. Amaka was not convinced but told the mother that she shouldn't worry. If this marriage is going to work, it's going to be between herself and Philip. Months later, after Amaka has gone through a lot of physiotherapy for her leg, which the doctor said she may never walk again, one afternoon, she fell out of her wheelchair and she immediately and miraculously started walking. She was shocked at first but went on to start walking freely and realized that, wow, she can actually now walk. She immediately went to call Philip to see how she can walk now. Philip was happy for her and promised to take care of her until she is ready to leave or stay if she wants to. Next day, Jane came back to the house again to apologize to Philip. Immediately, Jane started attacking Amaka and realized that Amaka can now walk. Jane was confused and thought Amaka lied to her to take away Philip from her. Philip reminded her that the rumors she heard were not true, but rather she went on to believe them and caused a big fight between them and walk out of his house. So she took the first step by walking out of the relationship. So she has no right to come back here. Jane tried to apologize and also tried to push Amaka out of the house. Philip warned her to never touch Amaka because it wasn't her fault. She did not believe him. Jane tried to apologize, kneel down, but Philip was not adhering to what she was saying. Philip asked Jane to leave his house. Jane apologizes and walks out of the house. Amaka, on the other hand, also tried to walk out. Philip called her back and told her that if she wants to leave, she can. If she also wants to stay, she can, because he has forgiven her and they are already married. So they will start their relationship on a clean slate. Amaka was happy to hear that from Philip, and she apologizes for causing any problem between him and Jane. Philip said apology accepted, but if she wants to date him, they can. Philip and Amaka hugged it out and gave each other a peg to start their relationship on a clean slate.
Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.